Chris, are we going to be okay?
Absolutely, Dave. We're going to be okay. We have to calm down all the way around and quit watching so much crazy stuff on media.
Oh, my gosh. It is scary the way people are acting. And I think that's more scary than the actual facts.
I agree.
And it has been for several weeks. The hysteria, which is panic, out of control, is not your friend.
Yeah.
As John Deloney says, facts are your friend.
Yes, I like that.
And, when you're in a crisis, and we obviously have a health crisis in America, we obviously have a corresponding financial crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And so, bad processes, bad principles that have been in either one of those areas and or either one of those areas of your life are starting to reveal themselves. If you had a health weakness, a financial weakness, it was okay when everything was okay.
Right.
But now it's being exposed. And when you stress test stupid, it comes up looking pretty stupid. Stupid doesn't stress test well. And, we get ready to launch a website around here. We always stress test it. They load test it.
Right.
They put a load on it, see if it can carry the load before we turn it open to the public. And this is being, some of you are your best financial ideas, it's really hard right now to be really comfortable based on your airline miles.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. They have been virtually disposed.
Yeah. So let's see. Those airline miles you were trying to collect
didn't work.
It's kind of that Dr. Phil moment. How's that working for you now? So, what some of the things that people believed about money are now officially challenged, and that is the good news of the bad news. The hard times expose this stuff and make you say never again. Sometimes you go through a personal Great Depression, and sometimes the nation goes through an actual stress time. And in 2008, a bunch of people learned their lesson.
Yes.
And I learned my lesson when I went broke because I was stupid. And my stupid ideas got stress tested, and I got my face beat in. And I was in my 20s, and I got the opportunity to start again with the knowledge that experience gave me. And some of you right now, I'm not going to tell you I told you so, but this is your wake-up call. You're going to have the opportunity to start again with the knowledge that this mess has given you.
I completely agree, Dave. And we're having right now, I'm doing Instagram Live each day from 11 to 11:30. I'm seeing more of an awakening for people where they go, they're either in two camps. Thank goodness, Dave, for your message, and I've got an emergency fund, or I was on my way, or I should have listened sooner. And of those three, I keep telling people, you've got an opportunity to make this information become knowledge and wisdom when you apply it in your life. But what we have to do is now realize more than ever that we cannot wait on the government, Dave, to save the day. I know they're talking about all the little stimulus packages, and I tell people, it's going to help, but it's not going to continue.
Well, it's not going to help, but it's a little bit like peeing on a forest fire. I mean, it's a bit of a joke. I mean, it's going to help, but it's, if $1,000 saves your life, you didn't have a life.
That's true.
And so financial life, I mean, that's just absurd. If payroll taxes being removed from a business saves it, it probably ain't going to make it anyway. If you were that close to the edge anyway. So it's more political hogwash than it is anything. It makes everybody feel better and makes the markets feel better. And if they want to do it, it's okay. But forgiving $10,000 of your student loan debt doesn't fix your financial problem.
Right.
You are going to fix your financial problem. And that message has not changed around here. The people that have debt and no savings, they're finding out that this idea that there's good debt is bogus because this is when their stupid ideas stress tested.
Yeah.
Every time there's debt, it accelerates the volatility in your life and in the nation's life. Because the consumer is so leveraged and the consumer has no savings. And so, 1-2 week period of time with no pay and you're just completely devastated.
Right.
And so what happened to me, because I was stupid, was I had that same thing happen, only it wasn't a 2 week period of time. I made $200,000 one year in my 20s. The next year I made $6,000 in the process of losing everything we owned. And I discovered I borrowed money wasn't my friend. was only my friend when everything went perfect, and never does everything go perfect. And not having any cash was a dumb idea. Not having grandma's rainy day fund, it's going to rain, dummy. That's what I kept saying to myself, and so I changed that, and thank God I did all those years ago. And I've talked to a few of you out there, a few million of you out there, into doing that, and so you're sitting there right now, kind of feeling like, wow, this stuff works. I'm really glad that all those people that made fun of me, my broke friends, when they were making fun of me for cutting up my credit cards because I didn't get the airline miles, which you try flying on it right now.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be in your home sucking your thumb. You're not supposed to be flying on an airplane. And so no trouble social distancing on them though, because nobody's on them. But you know but you see the thing. I mean, it's the everything is exponentially more volatile in our economy and in our personal homes the more debt we have. And in other words, debt equals risk. Now, This is not something that you have not said, and I have not said.
That's exactly right.
We've been saying this, and now we're observing it like a bunch of lab rats.
Well, and Dave, and people are feeling it and hearing it on another level now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I've heard you say this before, that you have to get to your uncle point. You know, and I have uncles, where they would get me in holds and get me in that point where I would say,
I
"Uncle."
Must have been a big uncle.
Well, I was little. I was little then.
You was a little.
I was a little guy,
a little Chris.
But unfortunately, this is what requires us to wake up and really and truly not just talk about change, but be about change in our lives. And I'm talking to people that'll say, "Chris, this has never happened to me again."
Yeah,
this feeling,
never again,
never again.
When you have that. Never again moment.
That's
Never
right.
again will American Express call my house unless it's a wrong number, because I'm not doing business with them. Never again. No matter what. I will never be in a position without cash for my emergency fund. No matter what, no one's going to come and collect my car out of the driveway unless it's because I called them and it was broken. You know, no matter what, right? And
that's right.
That's what happened to me because I was stupid. And I got myself into a mess. And some of y'all, Chris and I are not, no one at Ramsey is going to get up in your face and say, "I told you so," and thump our chests about how smart we are. We understand that this is your wake-up call. This is your unique moment in time. And you're going to look back and go, "Thank God for the coronavirus. It changed my life." When you look back 10 years from now, if you will take this moment in time to change, you will look at this and say, "Thank God." Like I say, thank God I went bankrupt in my 20s.
Yep.
Because it changed my life. Because I was stupid and I got my wake-up call. Thank God for it.